Hey y'all, it's Stray Dynasty. Like to say welcome back to another video. But before I get started, I like to say I hope everybody's having a good New Year so far. I know we're like 4 or 5, we're like 5 days into it. So far, mine's been alright. Not a lot has happened, but it's pretty cool so far. And I wish the same for y'all. Y'all remember last year I did my album predictions of 2020. And looking back on that list, I got over half of the people on that list right, which I'm very happy for. And I just thought, I might as well just do it again, give it a try, and see who else I can get right on this new list. Now, basically I'm gonna go over what artists I want to drop this year and what artists I'm interested in listening to. If they drop something this year, and if not, oh well, there's always in the future. But yeah, we're gonna I'm just gonna go through this list, and some things I added is I added 3 new bonus artists I wanted to put on the list, and I also put what I project them to sell for the first week. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1, we got the first ones, which is Amigos, and I predict them to sell between 70 and 80K. Now, back in I feel like back in 2017. I was a big fan of Amigos. They had some pretty good songs. Culture 1 was a pretty good album. It was all good. Then 2018 came around and they dropped Culture 2, which was, in my opinion, very mediocre. And then they started coming out with own little solo projects with Offset's, in my opinion, being the best. Takeoff's being super boring, and I've yet to listen to Quavo's, but I've heard it's pretty bad. I kind of fallen out with Amigos' music a little over a year ago, maybe sometime like that. And I feel like I'm the only person because I'm gonna be real, not a lot of people talk about the Amigos that much anymore. And it sucks that they're kind of on a decline in their careers. But I feel like if they do release a Culture 3, it could add some more hype, bring the hype back to them. If it's good, if not better than as good as the first Culture. Why I say Culture 3? Because Quavo has talked about how Culture 3 is done. And apparently he said it should be dropping by this year, which is interesting. That's the main thing. It just needs to be really good. I'm going to give the Migos another chance and see if I can get back into them. Although I don't see them doing 100 to 200K first week they did the previous Cultures. I just feel like their names kind of falling off a bit to where I don't think I'll see them making those big numbers. But hey, I don't mind being surprised. So that was number 1, the Migos. Now, number 2 is an artist I have started listening to since 2019. Is Roddy Ricch, and I project him to sell between 90 and 100K. Now, please excuse me for being Antisocial is an album that grew on me, and I feel like it's one of the best rap albums of 2019. I was a bit disappointed that he didn't drop anything this year, not even a project or his own solo music. He was mostly on features, which I thought the features pretty good, with Gifted, the Woo, the Lemonade remix. I thought those were pretty good features. And then he had some hit songs this year, being the first artist to have a #1 hit of the new decade with The Box, and getting getting another #1 hit with Rockstar with the Baby, which is I guess enough to keep his name relevant and alive and stuff like that. Honestly, I feel like Roddy Ricch is a really good artist, and I'm still looking forward to hearing what else he has in store. If it's sophomore, if his next album's gonna be as good as the previous Antisocial, or if it's gonna be better, or if it's gonna be worse. I'm just looking forward to it. And apparently he said that it might be Feed the Streets 3. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard the other 2 in the series, so I might have to check those out one of these days, but it is what it is. So that was number 2. Number 3 is that we have Cordae. For a prediction for my album sales for Cordae, I have between 30 and 40K. Cordae, he's one of those artists in the same boat as Roddy Ricch that he hasn't really dropped an album over a year. And Cordae, I guess he wanted to chill because his last album did get nominated for a Grammy, so I guess he's chilling after that, which I kind of disagree when the artists take long breaks after releasing something. I honestly just don't think it's a good idea, but it is what it is. Corey, he's dropped some 2 songs maybe. One was Gifted by Roddy Ricch, which I thought was a pretty good song. And he's been some features here and there, but that's about it. And And also, he dropped the whole YBN part out of his name, which is understandable if he wants to like branch out from that group. And well, Corey, he's like a pretty cool artist. I thought his last album was pretty decent, and I'll definitely check out like whatever he plans to drop. Whatever he plans to drop just this year, if he's come out anything. Next, we have his number 4. And for number 4, I'm gonna give this spot to Lil TJ. Now, Lil TJ, like, I feel like he's like one of those artists where people saying like he's the next one out, like he's about to fall off, or like he's getting cold or something like that. And like, I don't really see why. To me, like, he still makes some pretty like cool music. Like, his album True to Myself was like one album I wasn't like that positive on, but it's grown on me quite a bit in like the years I've heard it. His mixtape last year, I will admit, was kind of forgettable in my opinion, but the recent singles he came out with last year, I thought were actually pretty good. Like, my favorite one is probably Move On, and it shows me, to me, like, it shows like he's kind of like starting to like improve a little bit, trying to grow on me a little bit more. And I'm not gonna like write him off as like saying like he's falling off just yet. Like, I want to see like what he can do like on his own like little solid like album or something like that. And then we can decide like if he's like still relevant like music wise and like fame wise and stuff like that. And in case I didn't say, I project him to sell between 50 and 60K. I just feel like he's one of those artists that like he probably can't do like 100K, but like he's around like that Trippie Redd range a little bit. Speaking of Trippie Redd, he is number 5. I got him selling between 60 and 70K. He's hinted at like the deluxe edition for his Pegasus project Neon Shark, which is apparently gonna be like his rock album or something like that, which like I'm not really that hyped about because I don't listen to rock music. I'm not really a big fan of it, you know, stuff like that. You know me, I'm mainly a hip hop and R&B guy, like, so yeah. But apparently he's also hit another project being like Life's a Trip 2 or something like that. I've heard that before. And then like just like he's been hinting at like a new project since like Pegasus came out, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I know a lot of people weren't a big fan of Pegasus. Even like Pegasus has kind of like gotten worse in my opinion over time. Not saying it's a bad project, it's just not as good as like when I did like that first reaction on it. And I'm like if he's doing like a Life's a Trip 2, I'll definitely be excited for that because I think I pretty much like the Life's a Trip, but it's been a while, so I might have to check it out like later on. Sure, like it could be 100K, but like it seems like when he doesn't do a Love Letter to You like in the series, it doesn't really do like as well. Like Pegasus, for example, only did like 60K first week. So yeah, but like either way, I'm still gonna be looking at it. Next is number 6, and we have Summer Walker, and I project to be selling between 80 and 90K. Now, I liked her Over It album. I thought it was a really good project, one of the better R&B albums that came out that year. Her EP that she dropped last year wasn't really it for me. I just didn't really find like the production stuff that interesting. But Summer Walker, I feel that she does have potential to have like make some really good music. She has a really good singing voice. I feel like she also may have like some more stuff to talk about because like she's pregnant now, which congratulations on that. And then the whole situation with her boyfriend, I think it's like I don't know who she's dating. Like I really don't know like who she's dating. I forgot his name, but yeah, that's why I put Summer Walker on this list. Next, we have Jacquees, and I projected him to be selling between 20 and 30K in the first week. I think he's actually talked about this album and like mentioned like a name for it. Apparently it's gonna be called like Pains on the Floor or something like that, which like interesting name, I guess. But and then he also released a single last year, Put in Work, featuring Chris Brown, which I actually think is a pretty good song. I think he's a pretty decent R&B artist. Sure, not one of the best, but like he has some good songs here and there. His King of R&B album I thought was pretty decent, although again not the best. It still has some issues. And apparently, like even though like King of R&B like sales wise wasn't that impressive, apparently that's like his highest debut ever. Like his highest first week sales ever, so like he could go up at this point, he could go down at this point. Whatever it is, whatever happens. But I'm still not calling him the King of R&B. I don't even think like he calls himself that anymore. But Yeah, that's what I say. Now, number 8 is Post Malone between 200 and 300K. Now, Post Malone is like not along with the Kid Leroy. He's like one like an artist that like don't really do like hip hop music that I actually like. I liked like quite a few of his songs. I thought his Hollywood's Bleeding album was pretty good. And I'm interested to see like if I can maybe become like a Post Malone fan, like in his next project. Post Malone has been like recently doing like big numbers with his albums, so I don't think it would be as different from here. You know, he's taken like a year long break from music, so I mean not completely. He's done like features and stuff here and there, but and next is number 9 with Lil Uzi Vert, and I project him to sell between 100 and 200K. Now, like Lil Uzi has been hinted at like either like 2 new albums. One I think he's calling Forever Young, and the second one is gonna be Love Is Race 3. He's also like put out some snippets on his Instagram and stuff. He also like apparently saying he's going back to old 2016 Uzi, and he re-dyed his hair purple. I'm very interested to see where he goes because that was really the year I was put on Lil Uzi, like around that 2016 era. And like just seeing like if he can like go if he goes back to old style, can he still like pull it off? Because honestly, I'm starting to think I like older Uzi than like newer Uzi. With either project, I hope it's strong in the Eternal Take, because like in case y'all didn't know, I wasn't a big fan of Eternal Take whatsoever. That's Lil Uzi Vert. And number 10, the last place. Well, if we weren't counting the bonuses, Chris Brown, I got between 90 and 100K. Now, like Chris Brown has also hinted at a new album. Like apparently, like it's supposed to be like his 10th studio album, and he's gonna be calling it Breezy. Apparently, I don't remember him putting out any snippet. I think he has like every once in a while. The last like a project he dropped was Indigo. Like the full length album was Indigo back in 2019. I thought it was a pretty good album, but it wasn't as good. My favorite album from him so far was just Heartbreak on Full Moon. And if he does come out with an album, I hope it kind of sounds a little bit more like that. And like, of course, he also dropped like the whole thing with Young Thug last year, Simon B. Although that project was alright, I kind of want him to go back to his like own like solo music and like do his own thing and stuff like that. And hopefully, like I said before, I want him to go back to like maybe more of like a Heartbreak on Full Moon type of sound. And yeah, like y'all know me, Chris Brown's like my favorite artist of all time. Got him on a poster right there. And I'm always unless like he starts like doing like really bad and like his more recent albums, I'll always be excited for it whenever he drops something. So that was number 10. And usually that's when the video will be over. But I got some bonus ones. And the first one let's start off with is Denzel Curry. I count selling between 20 and 30K first week. Now Denzel Curry, like I was on to him back in like 2016. I think he's actually still like one like the best rappers out right now. It's just still like music wise, I kind of fallen out with him after like 2018. After 2018, which like he had Taboo, was like my favorite album that year. Then he came out with Zoo, which I thought was alright, but like not the greatest. Then he came out with Unlocked, and like and then like his music drifted away from me more. And I kind of want to like give him another try and see if I can get back into his music. I know like my taste has changed since like 2018, but hey, I can still like give like old things a try and see if I still like him or not. Plus like the reason why I say like he may be coming out with something, because like he's been going on like this whole like Twitter rant and stuff like that, like saying like he's gonna drop like hits and then eventually he's gonna drop like a successful album. And he basically wants a lot more people talking to him and talking about it. And I want to support that because again, I feel like he's one of like the best rappers out, and I feel like he deserves a lot of recognition. And if I'm able to help anyway, I'm in. Even if I in the end don't really care for the project, I'll still want to like talk about it, you know what I mean, on the channel. So yeah, that was the first bonus. Next, the second to last bonus is JID. I also got him doing around the same numbers as Denzel Curry, between 20 and 30K. Now JID is another artist like I kind of fallen out with his music, more so because he hasn't really like dropped anything in like 2, maybe 3 years. Like I think DiCaprio 2 came out back in 2018. I thought it was like a pretty decent project. Although I have to listen to it again to like refresh my mind about it. But JID, I like another like really good rapper. I really like his flow and like his like voice and his delivery and stuff like that. And I'm interested to see like what else he can do like on like his own project, and to see if I can get back into him, because like I know he's on like the Dreamville thing, was like I have yet to listen to, and I know he's on that Spillage Village project thing, which I wasn't a big fan of. Not saying like it was bad, just like it wasn't something that like I listened to, you know. And yeah, like that's all I gotta say for JID. And last but not least is Ski Mask, the Slump God. And I count between 40 and 50K. Again, another artist I've kind of fallen out with, but like he has more understandable reason that for not releasing anything, because he recently, like he really like this lost like his two best friends back to back in X and Juice WRLD. And like apparently like it's affected him emotionally to where he can't even make music right then. But apparently he's been talking about like he's gonna drop like he's gonna be dropping all 2021, and he's gonna be dropping tape. Then the album's gonna come, which hopefully I can do a video on both of them just to see if I like them or not. And Ski Mask, like you know, he always has like the energy, those really funny like references to like different shows and stuff like that. And Ski Mask, like he also dropped a song last year which I kind of forgot about, like I have to listen to it again. But yeah, like if he drops something, like he's most likely to drop something this year, and if he does, I'll definitely check it out. And those were my album predictions of the year. Let me know what are y'all's predictions, like who y'all want to drop and stuff like that. And let me know how y'all feel about my list in the comments down below. Be sure to also leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe for future reactions from me. So, and that's really all I gotta say. This is Trey Dynasty. Hope y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm out.